Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Do you have a record of a Michael Cooper in your system? He's a priest.
Let's check. Sorry, whoever he is, there's no file on him.
I'm trying to find someone named Benjiro. He ran some kind of self-help circle called the Grace Group.
Let's see. No, nothing on file. Sorry.
Are you sure there's nothing in your system about Benjiro?
Nope, nothing. Sorry.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Let's see. Yep, hit and run, like you said. Technically, the case is open, but nobody has any hopes that it will be solved.
Can you tell me anything about the death of a Mr. Peter Fielding?
Okay, let's see. Yep, here he is. Peter Fielding, age 54, owned a fitness center in Murray Hill called Field's Gym. He fell off a ladder while fixing a light bulb in the locker room, hit his head on the bench, and bled to death. Nobody found him for several hours. An ambulance was called and pronounced him dead at the scene.
Nothing more than that?
That's pretty open and shut. Accidental death.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter Fielding's death?
Just what I told you. It was open and shut. Accidental death.
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would an ice factory right now. That's a pretty solid window.
In my day, gyms were for sweaty weightlifter guys. These days, it's all toothpicks. I'll just use the door.
It says members only. It seems to open with a key card. It's a key card reader. Looks like it unlocks the door. It needs a key card. Sticking my hand in it won't do anything.
It says members only. Some kind of modern lock gadget. TV showing some energetic broad in yoga pants. That looks like a torture device to me. Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. Even if I wasn't dead, she wouldn't be able to hear me. She's got one of those MyPods in. Makes them deaf as a post. Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall. A calendar with a marker pen attached. Looks like they just scribbled a month in up here. Beats getting a real calendar, I guess. Just a marker, probably used to change the date on this calendar. It's a number on the calendar. I can't do anything with it. Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here. Tanya Corsey. Hey, wait a second. Is that... Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof. Her name is Tanya Corsey. She's the spook from George's roof. Probably nobody in there with my luck. Hey, anyone in here? Anyone? Please? Well, that was disappointing. The men's locker room. Glad I can't smell anymore. Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right? Seriously, does it look right?
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. I gotta do everything myself around here.
Looks to be in his 50s? It's hard to say. He's got the hair of an older man, but the body that most guys in their 20s would envy. He obviously worked out religiously, for all the good it did him. Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years? Seems like yesterday.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
No, I really don't think exercise is gonna do me much good.
It's amazing how many people think that. You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong. But time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're gonna explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the last thing I have to worry about.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
So tell me about yourself, Peter.
I'm the guy who's gonna kick your butt into shape.
Well, we'll see. Ever hear of the Grace Group? I understand you went to a few meetings.
You know about that?
Sure.
Wow. Well, yeah. I went to some meetings. It was all I needed.
Why's that?
Well, I wasn't the most focused of people back then. It's a long story, but in the end, I went to work with my dad running this place. It's been my life ever since.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Grace Group?
What's to say? They changed my life.
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
No, sorry, I haven't been to the village in years.
Hey, I think I met a friend of yours, Father Michael Cooper.
Michael? Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. How is he?
He's seen better days.
I'm sorry to hear that. He'll pull through. He always has.
So what can you tell me about Father Michael?
God, it's been over a decade. I'm afraid I can't tell you much.
Do you know anything about Benjiro? Ran the Grace Group meetings.
Sure.
Well?
Funny. I can't think of anything to say exactly. It's been 20 years.
Sure, people forget things.
That's it exactly. I just didn't think it would happen to me so soon.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about Benjiro?
I'm afraid not. I just don't remember anything. Sorry.
Did you know Jeffrey Dutta?
You know Jeff too?
Not really, I just heard of him.
Good guy. Took care of my neighbor's dog when she was on vacation.
Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather too. Who don't you know?
Well, I'm a people person.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Can you tell me anything about Heather?
It's been a while. And I didn't speak to her much back in those days anyway. Sorry.
I hear Tanya Corsey went to this gym.
She's been coming here for years. That body you see on TV, I take full credit for that.
Well, we all gotta be proud of something. Can you tell me anything else about Tanya?
No, sorry.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Just a forgotten towel. It's empty. I'm not phasing through garbage. So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound, spiritually speaking anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
Joey?
What is it this time?
I can't remember the last time I went to a gym.
Thinking of joining?
With all the walking I do every day, I don't think I need to. Peter seems okay.
For a spook, yeah. He's not going anywhere. Not yet, anyway.
Tanya Corsey. How come we only meet famous people when they're dead?
Because they need us. That's why. Hey, get over here.
What is it, Joey?
You want to get a few rounds in while we're here?
I'm not exactly dressed for the gym, Joey.
Excuses, excuses. For a dead guy, Peter's in pretty good shape. Let's make sure he stays that way. You ever watch this Tanya Corsey show?
No, her show was on in the morning, and I'm more of a night person these days. Tanya was the host of the Good Morning Show. I remember hearing that they got a new host, but I didn't know this was the reason. Channel 11. I think their head office is in Penn Plaza. Can't hurt to ask around.
So, have you heard of this Tanya Corsey person?
Tanya Corsey? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean she had a TV show. Let's get going.
The local news is airing. They're talking about the weather. Again. I'd better not mess with the equipment here.
We're not here to watch that thing. She's looking wistfully around the room, probably thinking about the road not taken.
Joey never looks comfortable around technology. This place is no exception. It's pretty empty here tonight. I guess the weather even affects the media. I don't have time to search all those desks one by one.
Just a bunch of desks. I'm not searching all those desks one by one.
Looks like he's got a bunch of news wire reports open. Oh, and Minesweeper. I shouldn't mess with his computer. Not while he's using it anyway.
It's all gobbledygook to me. Wouldn't know how to use it, even if I could. Late 50s, seems pretty dedicated to his job, probably eats more greasy food than he should. He twitched a bit, but not much else.
He looks pretty hard at work. Excuse me. Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell. Do you work here?
Certainly do. Jim Peebles, senior producer. How can I help you?
It's pretty empty here tonight.
Well, look outside. The weather's horrible, and almost everybody commutes to work. Nobody can get in, so we're running on a skeleton crew.
So what do you do here?
I'm the head producer for the Good Morning Show with Kathy Carden.
Isn't that Tanya Corsey's old show?
Yes, it is.
Did you work here when Tanya was alive?
Yes. Why do you ask?
I'm looking into her death.
Wasn't it an accident?
That's why I'm looking into it, just to be sure.
Huh. Well, all right.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Well, what you see is what you get. I started working at a copywriter's desk about 30 years ago. Worked my way up to producer. Been here ever since.
What can you tell me about Tanya?
I liked her. Some anchors think they're the be-all and end-all, but not her. She knew we were all in this together and worked well with all of us. That's how you make a new show. Everyone needs to help each other.
Can you tell me anything else about Tanya?
Well, like I said, we all miss her. There's nothing else to say.
A note was found in Tanya's apartment. It was signed J.
And?
And your name begins with J. Did you write it?
Seriously?
You're in journalism. You know that any lead is worth following.
Well, sorry, I didn't write any note to Tanya. Not that I remember.
Can you think of any other J's who might have written that letter?
I can think of 6 who work in this office alone. I'm sure there are dozens more.
There's the self-help circle that held meetings a long time ago. It was called the Grace Group. Ever hear of it?
Sorry, no.
Do you know a priest by the name of Michael Cooper?
I'm afraid I haven't been to church in a long time.
Have you ever heard the name Benjiro?
Benjiro? No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Sorry, no.
Do you know anything about the death of Peter Fielding? He owned a gym in Murray Hill.
No, although you've reminded me I haven't hit the gym in a while. I suppose I should go.
Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Peebles. I might be back later.
Sure thing. I'm not going anywhere.
The elevator to the street. Hi.
Yes, miss?
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsey?
Who?
She hosted a major television show. She lived across from George.
Oh, sorry, I don't watch a lot of television. And that apartment's been vacant as long as I've worked here, so I'm afraid I can't tell you anything.
Does the name Benjiro mean anything to you?
Sorry, it doesn't.
Did George know anyone named Jeffrey Dutta?
Nobody named Jeffrey Dutta ever visited him here, that's all I can tell you.
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
You're Tanya Corsey, aren't you? You're in television.
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsey, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsey. The Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you'll let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Malone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Come on, tell me something about yourself. Must be nice for someone like you to be asked a question for once.
You've been doing nothing but ask questions since you came in here.
Fair point. Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Come on, that note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
I met one of your producers, Jim.
What about him?
Oh, nothing. I was just wondering what you could tell me about him.
I don't spread gossip, mister. Except when I'm on the air.
You sure you can't tell me anything else about Jim?
If you want to get to know him, ask him yourself.
So, I heard you go to Peter Fielding's gym.
I do. Or rather, I did. After what happened to him, I just couldn't.
You mean his...
Death? Yes. So senseless.
So, can you tell me anything about Peter?
A brutal taskmaster is what he was, but I can't deny he got results.
Nope, I can't deny it either. Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Did you ever see him outside of the gym?
No, of course I didn't.
Do you know anything about a self-help organization called the Grace Group?
Grace Group? No, I haven't. Sorry.
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
Sorry, no.
Do you know a Michael Cooper?
I don't. Sorry.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
Do you know a guy named Jeffrey Dutta?
Sorry, I don't.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
At last, you've come back.
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so? What do you mean?
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there is your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable. This Fielding, was it? He is a lucky soul indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be taken. Not by you, or by anyone else.
So wait, this is our fault?
Whatever do you mean?
Leah, George. Just by trying to save them, we destroyed them.
I suppose. Yes, it could be seen that way. But please do not blame yourself. How could you have known?
Ignorance doesn't change anything.
Listen to me. Whatever or whoever is taking these souls, they were marked long before they died. All we can do now is move forward and save who we can.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not going to let that happen. Not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
You've been around the block a few times, so to speak. Nothing like this has ever happened to you before?
The destruction of the very essence of life? No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
We need to think about this, plan our next move.
Of course. In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather, too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George, and then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood?
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Heather? Anything at all?
I just know she was a prostitute when she went to grace group meetings. I don't know what's happened to her since.
Did you ever watch Tanya Corsey's show?
No, sorry.
I guess we should get going.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right?
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please, and thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.
Madeline?
Yes, Blackwell.
I've always wondered, Just who are you?
Pardon?
Where'd you come from? Who you were before all this?
Tell me one thing. Have you ever asked your spirit guide the same question?
Yeah.
Has he ever given you a satisfactory answer? Precisely.
Joey told me about how you helped him out of the void.
We helped each other.
Well, even still, if you weren't there, well, I don't know what would have happened.
The hole in the universe caused by the severed link would have consumed you. Your mind would have collapsed under the pressure, leaving you a raving madwoman.
Right. Well, thanks.
My pleasure.
You once told me that you knew my Auntie Lauren.
After a fashion, while in the void I could reach out to the mortal world in dreams. The minds of other bestowers were the most receptive.
Huh? If that's true, how come she never mentioned it?
Sadly, the memories of our meetings faded as she woke.
What did you talk about? You and Auntie, I mean.
You have to understand, she was dreaming while we conversed. Her mind wasn't entirely lucid.
So you can't tell me anything?
Nothing that would make any cognitive sense.
Do you know what happened to them? To Auntie? To my grandmother? They both went insane. They spent years sedated in a hospital. Do you know why?
I do not. I felt their minds when they went, but that is all I know.
I see. Do you think the same thing will happen to me? What happened to my aunt and grandmother, I mean?
I am sorry, I do not know. But I do believe your chances of safety are high.
You really think so? Why?
I told you. While I was in the void, I could sense their minds. I could sense yours as well. You are stronger than they were.
I'm stronger?
Not physically, or even mentally, but emotionally, yes. Your grandmother fled the duty. Your aunt performed it with only the greatest reluctance. But you have embraced it, thrived in it.
Well, it's what I do. Have you ever heard of Tanya Corsey? She had a morning talk show.
I am ashamed to say that technology eludes me, so I'm afraid I do not know the name.
Do you know anyone named Jim Peebles?
Apologies, I do not.
Do you really think Peter Fielding is in danger?
I can assume nothing less. Remember the totem I gave you. Use it as soon as he becomes aware.
Do you think Heather's soul is still out there, like Peter's?
The fact that Peter is an unaware spirit was a stroke of luck. Perhaps we will be lucky again.
I guess we should get going.
Of course. Keep us informed of your progress.
Got a sec?
What's going on?
If Peter's ghost is still around, maybe Heather's is too?
You've got her address, let's find out. Let's have a little talk.
What?
You think Heather's ghost is still around?
Let's hope so. It just looks like a hallway leading down to a set of stairs. The window doesn't open from the outside.
Can't see much, just a hallway, nothing important.
Some nasty spikes up there. I'm not climbing over it for sure. Pretty solid. No way I'm getting through.
A locked gate. A problem for some.
Hey, how do you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How do you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Frozen solid. Nobody's gonna have a picnic on that anytime soon. Those plants are barely clinging to life. Must lead inside. Just a dark hallway. I can't see a thing in there. Dark and dusty. Can't tell what's in there. Nice looking girl. I suppose that's an asset in her line of work. Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hi. What's up?
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night. Right. You live here?
I do. Why?
No reason. Just making conversation. Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You did come from Ray, right?
No, sorry. I don't know who Ray is.
Oh, well, then I'm sorry. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right, but we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe?
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess. So, tell me a bit about yourself, Heather.
Can we not, please? Let's just enjoy the evening, okay? It's nice out here.
Sure. No problem. So, tell me about this Ray character.
I really shouldn't. Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
Can you tell me about the Grace Group, Heather?
Grace Group?
Yeah, you were a member, right?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Come on, think. You met in the basement of Grace Church.
What, like AA? I'm not an alcoholic, thank you.
I have it on good authority that you were part of the Grace Group.
I told you, I don't know anything about any Grace Group.
Tell me about Father Michael Cooper.
Father Michael? Is he a priest or something?
Yeah, or something. He was part of the Grace Group.
I don't know him, sorry.
Are you sure? He seems to know you.
You don't meet many priests in my line of work. Or at least, if you do, they don't usually tell you.
You sure you don't know Father Michael? He was part of the Grace Group, like you.
I don't know him, and I don't know any Grace Group. Please stop asking about it.
Do you know a guy named Benjiro?
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Do you know a guy named Peter Fielding? Runs a gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Do you know a guy named Jim Peebles?
I can't talk about who I might know. I don't want to get anyone into trouble. Especially me.
Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. I'd leave the gate open, but for some reason, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
Joey, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah?
2 days ago, I went to a drug den. Today, I'm visiting a prostitute.
And you say we never go anywhere interesting.
Any thoughts about Heather Goffstein?
Seems nice enough. Sweet.
Sweet.
Sure, you got a problem with sweet?
So I guess this Ray person is Heather's boss?
I suppose you could call it that, yeah.
Any thoughts on Jim Peebles?
Decent enough guy. Works too hard. Don't know enough about him yet. Get over here. I got something to say.
Yeah.
I guess you can't get over that fence, huh?
In this weather? No. This one is all yours.
Heather is interesting.
Interesting.
Not a typical spook. She's not confused, not really lost. She seems quite happy, really.
This is a bad thing?
No, but she's either hiding something or... I don't know. We'll crack it. Let's just keep doing what we do. Ray. So many names, it's hard to keep them straight. Jim Peebles seems like a decent guy. Works too hard, though.
Because he works late into the night? We can hardly judge him for that.
Huh. Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
There's this TV producer, name of Jim Peebles. Do you know him?
No, sorry, I don't.
Do you know anyone named Ray?
Sorry, I don't.
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I can swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
No, well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsey's death?
Tanya Corsey? What are you doing getting involved with her?
It's...
complicated. Yeah, I get it. Durkin warned me you might get weird. Anyway, there's not much to tell. She slipped in her shower and hit her head on the tub. She fell unconscious and she drowned. The coroner did an autopsy on her and found traces of whiskey and Valium in her system. Not a good combination.
She killed herself?
If you believe the tabloids, then yeah. But the coroner says no. There wasn't much in her system to actually kill her, but it was enough to make her a bit clumsy.
So it was just an accident?
So it would seem.
Is there anything else you can tell me about how Tanya Corsey died?
I told you everything that was in the file.
Is there anything in the system about a Jim Peebles?
Let's see. Nope. Whoever he is, he's clean.
Do you know anything about someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just Ray? No last name?
No. Whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar if you need it.
Thanks.
Sure.
So you don't know anything else about Ray?
Nope. Sorry.
Could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
All right, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
can't see much, but it seems much warmer in there than it is out here. I don't think it's the kind that opens. The gate is locked.
Can't see much, but it looks inviting. There's a door right there. I'll just use that, thanks.
Will you look at this, Denise? Someone brave enough to join us in this weather. Well, brave or stupid anyway.
Right. I shouldn't stare. Not in public, anyway. They've got a pretty varied selection, although I wouldn't really know. My criteria for picking out wine is, has pretty label and under $20. Not while I'm on duty, so to speak.
My knowledge of wines went out of date when I did.
Whoever this was, he signed it, "Thanks for the tie, with love, AG." I'm not going to steal paintings from a bar.
Some hack actor. Nice tie, though.
It's a painting of a woman dancing. It's dedicated to someone named Mistress B. I'm not here to rob the place.
I don't know who that woman is, but it's dedicated to someone named Mistress B.
Looks like some kind of promotional poster for a burlesque act. I'll just leave that where it is.
It's a bunch of hearts. Can't really say anything else about it.
It's a staircase to another level. She looks kind of young to be working at a place like this.
A young woman tending the bar. She doesn't look happy to be there.
Damn it! Why can't they fix the drafts in this crappy place?
Hi.
Hey, what can I get for you?
I better not drink. I need to keep a clear head.
How about a coffee or something?
No thanks, I already have one.
I see.
So what can you tell me about this place?
It's old, quiet. I like it that way.
Really?
Yeah, I work on my thesis most nights. Honestly, I'm surprised a big place like this can stay open. It's always empty.
Do you know Ray?
Ray?
Yeah, is he here?
No, he is not.
Do you know Heather Goffstein?
Sorry, I don't.
Well, thanks. I better get going. She must really like this place to be here in this weather.
She looks like she's had several martinis and is just getting started. No reaction, but to be fair, she's so drunk she probably wouldn't react to the building falling down.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for Ray. Do you know where I can find him?
Ray, huh? And why would you be looking for Ray?
I'm looking into a death. Ray knew the victim.
Oh? In what capacity?
She was a working girl, Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead.
I see. Worked is the appropriate word, I suppose. Heather left my employ a long time ago.
Your employ?
Yes. You want to speak to Ray? She's right in front of you. The former Rachel Mendez at your service.
So you work here?
Not directly, but I suppose I'm as much a fixture here as anything else.
So Heather worked for you. Can you tell me about her?
It's been, several years. I'm afraid I can't tell you much. She was very young, very pretty. Slightly lost, perhaps, like many of my girls. She's really dead? How did it happen?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Is this a police matter?
Not directly. I'm working with them, but I'm pretty much on my own.
Well, in that case, ask me whatever you like.
You said Heather left your employ. Could you explain?
Just that. She packed up and left.
And you were okay with that?
You think I would drag her back against her will? Absolutely not. And what would be the point? I replaced her the next week. It's the nature of this business. Some girls try the life, discover it's not for them, and then leave. Some stay for years and it grinds them alive. But occasionally, with luck and persistence, one can flourish, like I did.
Did Heather have any enemies, an obsessive client, or anything?
I suppose anything is possible, but not likely. I screen our clients very carefully, and I keep very careful records.
How does this business work exactly?
There's no bedroom upstairs, if that's what you are asking. I own several apartments in the city. I give the girls room and board in exchange for the money they receive. Some of them skim, hell, all of them skim, but I make sure to treat them well. They treat me well in return.
If you kept careful records, does that mean you have a list of Heather's clients somewhere?
No, I'm sorry, but no.
I really need that client list.
Absolutely not. I give a premium product, and our clients expect premium service. Privacy is part of that service. That client list stays in my office where it belongs.
Don't you want to know what happened to Heather? That client list could help.
You have no reason to suspect one of her clients had anything to do with it. You can't even tell me how she died. I won't betray my client's trust based on a flimsy guess.
I could bring in the police.
I'd like to see you try. Every few years they try and raid this place, make a show of getting tough, but nothing sticks. I make sure of that.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Sorry I can't help you. For what it's worth, I liked Heather. I'm sad she's dead. I suppose a drink to her memory is in order. Care to join me?
Thanks, but no.
More for me then. Denise, one gimlet, please. You know how I like it.
That's Ray? Not quite what I was expecting. It's Ray's martini glass. Better not. Ray wouldn't like that very much.
How odd. Denise, could you get that for me?
So that's Ray, huh? Interesting lady.
Joey, come in here for a sec.
You bellowed?
Got a sec?
What is it this time?
You think they'd have coffee in a place like this?
Only with whiskey in it, maybe.
Peter lived in Murray Hill, close to the gym.
Huh. Guess we should head over. Get over here. I got something to say.
Uh-huh. What's up?
This place looks like it was falling apart even back in my day.
Really? You think it's that old? Right. Sorry.
I get the feeling I didn't grill Heather enough. I should talk to her some more.
Looks like the kind of place where old men would read newspapers. If people still read newspapers anyway. I'm not here to relax.
Doesn't look like anyone sat there for a long time.
Some vintage posters of a German crooner. Looks to be 50 years old. I should just leave those where they are.
No idea who that guy is.
A painting of a woman in Victorian dress. I don't need to take that with me.
She looks kind of old-fashioned, even by my standards.
No. I've been walking nonstop for 2 straight nights in the snow. I don't want to see how I look. The mirror is fine where it is.
All I'll see is a whole load of nothing.
Looks comfortable. Shame I'm not here for fun. I'm not here to sit around.
Is this a gin joint or a living room?
It's an emergency exit.
Hey, you can't go out that way. Sorry.
Oh, right. Sorry. No, I can't sneak out the back way with people watching me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I miss Butterfingers tonight. Oh, Denise.
Damn it! It's locked from the inside. The door's locked from the outside. I'm trapped out here. That must lead back to the street. Locked. Of course it is. Joey, get out here.
Relax, I'm here. Why'd she leave her coat inside? She's gonna die of frostbite out here. I got something to say.
Yeah.
You doing okay? You're looking a little...
Freezing? Yeah, thanks for noticing.
What an old bear cat that Ray was. I liked her.
Liked her, even knowing what she does.
It's not a profession that's going away anytime soon, Red. And Ray's better than most.
Joey, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah?
Well, here we are, stuck in an alley next to a dumpster.
First class all the way. That's us.
Ray wasn't quite what I expected.
What did you expect?
I don't know, not that. A fire escape ladder, way out of reach. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That dumpster is covered in ice. It only opens a bit, but it appears to be empty. Ow! I don't know what that was supposed to do, aside from making me walk with a limp. Oof, it won't budge.
You're not seriously going to try that, are you?
Quiet! Let me concentrate.
Jesus. You okay?
I'm fine.
Be careful. Are you sure you want to do that again?
Shut up. Let me concentrate.
Ooh, it looked like that one hurt.
Yes, Joey, it hurt.
Just saying, if it hurts, maybe you should stop doing it. Again?
Yes, again.
Darling, could I point out the obvious?
No.
Maybe you should leave the flying to the guy who can, actually fly. I honestly can't look anymore. Not saying a word. Not one word. I honestly can't look anymore. Probably the smartest move. Fire escape ladder. We don't have time to explore this place floor by floor. It's hard to see inside.
An old dish rag. A filthy rag from a dumpster. Why am I carrying this? Hey, Joey, check out this dirty rag I took out of a dumpster.
I got nothing. You want to act like a crazy homeless person? Be my guest.
Cleaning the dumpster is pointless, especially with all that ice on it. It's now a puddle of foul, coffee-flavored water, but at least it's melted. Gross. I'd better clean that up before it freezes again. I'll never clean that sludge off by hand, not to mention, ew.
A lethal concoction of mud, ice water, and coffee. I can't touch it.
I think I got it all, but I'm not carrying around this wet rag. Good thing there's a dumpster here.
I honestly can't look anymore. Huh? How did you do that?
I flew. I shouldn't play around on this fire escape any longer than I have to. It's hard to see inside.
You know, we've been through a lot, you and I, but sneaking into the secret office of a known flesh peddler, this tops the list.
Looks plush and comfortable. Better not stare too long, I might want to sit on it. I'm not here to relax, I need to do what I came here to do and get out.
Nice couch. I suppose it's comfortable if you care about that kind of thing. Couldn't sit on it even if I wanted to.
Is that? Yes, it's a painting of Ray. A much younger Ray, but still Ray. I shouldn't disturb Ray's things. I don't want her to know I was in here.
A painting of a young and attractive woman in a state of undress. I don't recognize the model, but for some reason she looks familiar.
It's the only source of light in here. I shouldn't mess with anything in here if I can help it. I don't want Ray to know I was in here.
Tacky, but tasteful, I guess.
Pictures of young girls. I guess they all work for Ray.
Pictures of young women in interesting poses.
These look like pictures of celebrities and politicians. I don't recognize many of them, but... Holy crap! Is that Kennedy?
Pictures of important-looking people. I don't recognize any of them.
A bunch of phone numbers and addresses. It doesn't say who they belong to.
Looks like a bunch of phone numbers and addresses. Nothing relevant.
It's just a trash can. It doesn't look like there's anything interesting in Ray's trash can.
Just your standard trash can. Incorporeal or not, I'm not sticking my head through a trash can. Another one of those computer things. Even if I could touch it, I wouldn't know what to do with it.
If Ray has a client list, it might be on that computer. Okay, let's see here. Client list, client list. You're kidding me.
What?
It's a text file, clientlist.txt.
And that's good?
Good for us. All I need to do is transfer the file to this memory stick. And we've got it. Some security.
I guess with the secret door and paying off the police, she didn't feel the need for any more.
That and she's a bit old. She might not know a lot about computers.
Huh, I can relate.
Ahem.
Oh, hi. I was just testing out your security.
Is that right? I've been meaning to glue that window shut. I suppose I should thank you. But first, give me that memory stick.
Here.
Thank you. Now get your coat and leave.
And I'd almost gone a full 3 hours without a restraining order.
Well, the night's still young.
And I need another cup of coffee.